Greetings, everyone. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to yet another episode of What's Hot with Sea of Tranquility. Did you miss me? I'm on a roll today. And I apologize for the kind of weird lighting we have here because, of course, the Canadian wildfires are the smoke and the haze is making its way down to the Hudson Valley. And literally, it's like this weird yellow-orange hue outside, and it smells like a fire pit. I thought when I got up this morning it had gotten a little better, but now all of a sudden, as we get to, around lunchtime here, it's just as bad as it was yesterday. So I literally have this like orange light coming through my window, and not much I can do about it. So yeah. Anyway, I wasn't here to talk about the bad air here in the Hudson Valley today. But we've got a really cool album that I've been wanting to talk to you guys about for a couple of weeks now, and I'm figured let me just crank it out today for you. This is a band we've talked about here on the channel before. We featured their 2022 release just a few weeks ago, and now we've got a brand new one that's come out. They're now on Jansen Records, and it is the Norwegian psych trio Kanaan Downpour is the name of their album. We could probably use a couple downpours here in New York, man. We just have not been getting enough rain. We got a little bit of rain yesterday, but not nearly enough. Here is your, again, not much. Some of these psych albums don't really have a hell of a lot of information or pictures or anything like that. So these guys have been around for a little while. They've got a number of albums under their belt. The band are comprised of, Ask Vatstrom. Hope I'm pronouncing some of this stuff correctly. On electric and acoustic guitars, Ingvald Andre Vasbo on drums and percussion, and Iskid Mirval on bass, guitars, other assorted noises and electronics and synthesizers and harmoniums and things like that. And with special guest on one track, we've got guitarist Hedvig Mollestad. So, based on the previous album that I heard from them, which was a little on the kind of mellow side and just very meditative and definitely psychedelic, but sort of proggy, and that was the only album by them I had ever heard before. I've heard these guys in other projects and things, but that was the only other Kanaan album I had heard. When I popped this one in, I was like, holy cow, this is a bit different. All instrumental, first of all, 7 tracks, although the track 6 and 7 is like a lengthy 2-part suite. They're roughly about 15 minutes long. But it starts off with a song called Black Time Fuzz, which is big, heavy, riffy, screaming guitar solos. Think of like an instrumental version of like Fu Manchu, but with lots more psych influences and just some scalding guitar work on this album. Really, really good. And the fuzz is amped up to 11. Really cool, heavy, fast-paced, energetic track. Then you got Amazon, which comes up next, and that features Hedvig Mollestad on co-lead guitar. Loads of guitars, weaving riffs and licks and things like that. Very, very cool track. Again, the guitar interplay is really, really good. This is just, if you just want like kind of freak out, acid-drenched, psychedelic guitar solos with big stoner fuzz riffs, you come to the right place. No vocals needed, big heavy drumming, fat bass. There you go. Downpour is up next. That is also amazing. Again, the guitar playing and the way these guys just weave these kind of the bass and the guitars just weaving around each other, crunchy riffs and big drumming and just really, really cool. That's another highlight of the album, the title track Downpour. Then you got Sunspot, spelled P-S-U-N-S-P-O-T. That's just a little 1 minute long little ditty. That's very different from everything else on the album. It's almost kind of a way to break the first couple songs with the second half. And that's just kind of mellow, whatever, no big deal. Then you get Orbit, another cool spacey, a lot of cool synths and things kind of running all over the place, very space rocky, kind of Monster Magnet, Hawkwind use of electronics and synths and things like that, kind of flying all over the place with these big heavy riffs. Awesome. And then you got, for me, probably the coolest 15 minutes on the album, even though the rest of it's really cool, is Solaris Part 1 and Part 2. Like I said, each one is like about 7.5 minutes long, so roughly just over 15 minutes. Great. If Hawkwind got really, really riffy and spent more time just with kind of, laying out if Dave Brock was more into playing guitar solos, right? That's kind of like what Solaris is, and no vocals, right? It's very cool, total psychedelic space rock there. But again, you got plenty of these kind of like stonerific riffs all over the album. This is really good. This, as much as I liked the other album that I reviewed from them a couple weeks ago, their 2022 release, this is way more up my alley. This is really good. Again, if you love heavy psych and stoner, and you want to hear it without vocals, loads of big riffs, screaming guitar solos, some interesting interplay between, the three members. One track, like I said, you got two guitar players, big fat bass, pounding drums, lots of little blippy synths flying in and out here and there along the way. Crushing album. Downpour. Again, it's on Jansen Records, but you can go check out the band, kanaanband.bandcamp.com. That's K-N-N as in Nancy, A-A-N as in Nancy, B-A-N-D, kanaanband.bandcamp.com. I'll put the link below to their Bandcamp page where you can go and investigate this album. And it's available on CD as well as LP and vinyl, and digitally as well. I highly recommend this. Easy 4 out of 5 star. I might even go higher, because this is just, this what's not to like here, right? It's just all high energy, crushing stuff, great guitars, and if you like this sort of thing, this is a no-brainer. Kanaan Downpour. Visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, all together, all the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and click on that notification bell so you get alert of all of our content as it posts, and please do hit the like button before you leave. Also down below, we got the links to our Ko-Fi page for channel donations, as well as our merch page, so thanks in advance for all your help there. And we'll see you soon here with more stuff. We've got, speaking of fuzz, we got All About the Fuzz with myself and Karen La Preziosa coming at you later tonight, so stay tuned for that. I would say probably the end of new album reviews for today till next week. You never know, but I kind of doubt it. I think I've went over my quota today a little bit, so I've been busy over the last 24 hours. So, I have tons of stuff here that I want to talk to you guys about, but we'll get to that next week, right? We'll keep working. So anyway, I'm Pete Pardo. See you real soon. If you are here in the kind of New York metropolitan East Coast area, hope, stay indoors, stay away from the smoke and the bad air that's going on out there. And to all of our friends up in Canada, we hope they get all this stuff under control, because we don't want any more loss of wildlife or lives or anything like that. And I know these wildfires are just terrible things. So anyway, our thoughts are with you all, and we'll see you soon here. I'm Pete Pardo. Bye-bye.